Yo, y'all missed the cloud. I seen Cash and Flight react to this video. Didn't even know this video was posted, but Black and Can't Hoop documentary.
Black and can't play basketball is a very serious disease, and we gotta break down the worst case. Today, welcome, by the way, to the first Chris PG1 Black and can't play basketball movie. The first case study in this video has to be FlightReacts.
Damn, they got the first one Flight.
Now, FlightReacts really been trash for over 15 years on YouTube.
He really been trash over 15 years. Is crazy. When I was a
kid watching him in middle school, he was trash. 2024, I'm in my 20s now, and he's still trash, bruh. When I first started watching FlightReacts, I thought he was autistic. I'm not gonna lie. I just thought he had an updated version of the autistics because, just seeing him move on the court, it just wasn't adding up.
Yeah.
Take a look at this clip right here. He's gonna shoot the ball, he's gonna air ball, then he's gonna run after it. After I saw that when I was in middle school, I was like, there's no way he's not missing a chromosome. But I found out he's not actually autistic. He's just uncoordinated. Now, first up, we have to break down the build. Now, the build in basketball is one of the most important things. You could have a LeBron James build, but have no inside finishing badges. But, we're not going to talk about that just yet in this video. But look, first up, FlightReacts' old build. Now, I'm not going to lie. Back in the day, he had the 1 mil limited protein badge on Hall of Fame build, and it really showed in his game.
Yeah.
He just got bullied on the court. But the older he got, the more he started to grow into his grown man's body, so he gained weight. He was still trash. That's when I realized it's not really a size thing with FlightReacts. It's not an autism
it's
thing.
Skill.
So what really is it? Uncoordinated? Well, let's break that down too. Now, breaking down the
that was a nice crossover
FlightReacts is pretty interesting because he's not athletic, but he's not slow at the same time.
Yeah.
Sometimes he uses his speed, but he never really translates the speed into athleticism, if that makes sense. Sometimes he has the open lane, but instead of going straight up the court, he's gonna go off to the side. And that's really just a coordination issue to me, because he has the speed to get by the opponent, but he's just not really coordinated enough to do it in a smart way.
That's actually a good that's a good take right there. But nah, I think he kind of right though.
Now the touch around the rim with the layups, with the hook shots, obviously
that shit was trash play.
His jump shot just is not a fluid jump shot, and that's okay because as a black guy myself, we're not known to be the best shooters. Those are, usually the mixed guys and the white guys. Of course, you got a couple Ray Allens in there, but usually them white boys got them jumpers. So I'm not really worried about his jumper. I'm just worried about his movement on the floor, man. And it really just shows one thing. Yes, he's not the fastest guy, but he's fast enough to score. Yes, he's not the strongest guy, but he got bigger, so he's strong enough to score. He's just uncoordinated. And when you're uncoordinated in basketball, it's really hard to be good at all. And that's the biggest thing that I feel like FlightReacts got to work on. I think he's like pushing 35. Unc is getting up there in age, so I don't know if he, can reach that potential in his lifetime. But maybe if he gets reincarnated one day, hopefully God makes him to, at least run and move in a coordinated fashion on the court, man. Now, as a class of 1945 Harvard graduate, I was actually the first black dude to graduate from Harvard in the history of the world.
That's
I realized
insane.
one thing. Maybe he's faking it. Because everyone seen this clip when he was like 16 or 17, and he was moving like a good basketball player. So maybe he's been faking it all these years.
Really?
And he is Flight.
You really think he been faking that? But why though? Maybe for the views, the clicks, yeah. But why though? Why fake it? Like if you really good, Flight, show us, bro.
You really earn my respect. You're a bigger troller than me. But you're
Right?
trolling more than me. That means a lot, my boy. But listen, I really think he just fell off. Because number one,
Really?
I know you smokers won't admit it, but smoking actually limits your basketball skills. Of course,
Yeah.
I know some D1 players who smoke. I know NBA players obviously smoke. But when you're just an average guy and you don't practice basketball every single day and you smoke a lot of weed, that affects how much stamina you have on the court. I don't care
Right,
what you
right.
smokers say. I don't care. It does. Now,
It does.
Flight smokes a lot. We know that. Honestly, it's not a bad thing. It probably relieves stress, all that. You know, I don't got a problem with weed. I don't. But at the same
Weed is a
time,
herb.
that limits his stamina on the basketball courts.
You right.
So one thing I would say about that, I don't think he's faking it. I just think he fell off. If you don't practice something for a long time, you're
Eating
gonna
that
fall off.
air ball.
Now in high school, he's probably hooping every day. In high school, I hoop every day too. But now when I
Yeah.
enter, college days, enter my 20s, I don't hoop at all no more. Really, I hoop maybe once a month. So I
Don't
get
hoop
it.
at all,
Fall
bro.
off is bound to happen. So I don't think he's faking it. I just think he got older. He practiced basketball less. He started smoking more, which means that he fell all the way off.
You
That's
got
my
kids
honest
now.
opinion on Flight React. Next up, we got KSI. Now,
Trash.
KSI was a very interesting case study because
Wow.
his cranium and his forehead is just so massive. You
Damn.
would think he would have the basketball IQ of a John Stockton, of a LeBron James, but it's really the opposite. Now, like I said in my other video, I think KSI is the first Negro to travel back to the 50s just to steal their basketball moves. You could not tell me KSI would not have been a 5-time All-Star in 1960 against Bob Cousy. The way KSI moves on a basketball court is really one-on-one. And I'm starting to think that the big cranium is actually doing reverse damage. You see, when you have a big dome, a big cylinder, a big block on your forehead, it probably creates way too much IQ. So I think he's having an IQ overload where he's processing just way too much basketball, information, animations, attributes.
Yeah.
That when he actually plays basketball on the floor, now hear me out, his cranium, his dome is taking over his body.
That's a big ass
And listen,
head,
when
bro.
you have a big dome like that, you see, I have a small head. I'm
Big
not
ass
gonna lie.
forehead.
You saw
My
me in real
bad.
life, you like, damn, your head kind of small. It's small. Now, with the small head, I'm able to move, cut, shoot. I'm athletic.
Yeah.
Now, with that cranium dome and that big body, pause, it kind of just overwrites his system. Now, one thing about KSI, we got to talk about his player build. He has a very unique player build. Now, he has the reverse Mark Henry, so he's not fat, but he's overly buff. So maybe that is basically holding his potential back on the basketball court. Now, as you can tell, basketball players are usually tall, slender, athletic, that's crazy. Or you can even say skinny, like a Ja Morant or a Trae Young, but usually they're, athletically built, skinny guys. And KSI is the opposite. With the reverse Mark Henry build, all your attributes go to your chest. Now, he has a big chest, big arms, but no basketball skills. He might be the first black person I ever seen in my life. Well, yeah, he's a basketball liability. A basketball liability. Now, one thing KSI has going for him,
Trash would never happen on my team, bro.
Now, as a British black, they're different than American blacks. I say black, as like a far right Fox News anchor, you feel me? I don't say black, I say black. Anyways, he grew up eating beans and toast.
Ew.
And an American Negro, we grew up eating soul food, chicken, collard greens, yams, which obviously gives you plus 10 attributes to each basketball category. This Negro probably grew up eating beans and toast for dinner. So
that's disgusting, bro.
I understand it's a different culture. He grew up calling football soccer. Calling soccer football. In America, we call football football and soccer soccer. It's a whole different culture. I get it. So maybe British blacks are different than American blacks. But I don't care, bro. If you black and you can't hoop, if your skin color is dark, I'm on your head. Now, do I think KSI can bounce back and learn basketball skills? Nah.
No, bro.
It's too late now.
Too late for that.
He got Bob Cousy attributes. He got an overload system, forehead.
Too buff.
And he got the reverse Mark Henry build. It's too late. It's raps. But listen, I got a plan. Now, I would have to kidnap KSI, right? Send him to America. I don't know if he's already here. And I would feed him KFC for 2 months straight. Hear me out. KFC for 2 months straight. Then we would see if his basketball skills improve. Now, you would have to get 3 lemonades per meal because the biscuits in the second week probably will take you out. You probably will die because the biscuits are dry.
Those Popeyes biscuits, bro.
Maybe he gets some American black skills if he eats KFC for 2 weeks. No racist stuff. I'm not even trying to be racist. I'm like, for real. I'm trying to actually dig up and find a plan to rescue this Negro because he needs help. And I can't see another brother out here struggling on a basketball court like this.
He's hopeless, man. Bro.
It hurts.
He's hopeless.
Like I said, reverse Mark Henry build, Bob Cousy attribute. Then he has the Hall of Fame boulder block forehead with no badges. So he's cooked. He's cooked. But we got a plan, KSI. If you watch this video, hit me up. I got you. 2 months straight, KFC, 3 lemonades per meal because their biscuits will take your ass out. Let's get it. Next up is Annoying TV. Now this one, I'ma tread lightly because he's been the butt of the jokes for like the last 10 years. So I really don't want to do him like this. But when I say he might be the worst basketball player, forget black, of all time, I'm not exaggerating. Now when you take a look at Annoying's build, yes, he has the 5'3" WNBA build, no badges. We get that. We get it.
And that shot, bro, is
he has
ugly.
The reverse Sonic the Hedgehog build. We get it. He has the Cranium Dome Hall of Fame badge.
Why would you shoot that, bro?
It. We know. But the biggest liability I see out of Annoying TV is not really the basketball athleticism. It's just a pure will of being trash. And the shot selection, the handles, the 3-point shot, the touch around the rim, the athleticism, the defense is one-on-one. One of one. It's worse than Flight. It's worse than the rest of the people in this video. It's worse than KSI. Because you see here, he has a build that would not exceed in any level. I don't care if he was trans. He could not make a WNBA G League team.
For one, he was praying for this shot to go in. 2, like, why are you defending him, bro? Well, why was you trying to actively block this, bro? Look how far you are, bro. 2 trash people on the court, bro.
And I say that because he has a WNBA build.
You don't even have
John
that.
Stockton level of basketball IQ.
You don't even have that.
Wait, I said John Stockton. Bum Stockton level of basketball IQ.
You don't even have Bum Stockton.
He has a jump shot of Draymond with 2 backpacks on. We know Draymond already has 1 backpack. He has the jump shot of Draymond with 2 backpacks on. He has the haircut, the cranium, the Sonic the Hedgehog, the athleticism. He would make Flight look like a world-class athlete.
For real. Even though
now I was thinking, if you let this young man drive to the rim in the WNBA, and let's say Angel Reese or Brittany Griner was defending the rim, that ball was getting sent to the stands. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. It's bad. It's bad. Now, everyone wants to clown Annoying TV by his looks. I ain't gonna do it. Yes, he got a cranium dome, but shoot, so do a lot of people. You know, my forehead is big too. I can't lie. But look, the thing that really separates Annoying TV from the rest of the black community, the black, is I don't even think training will help. You see, he doesn't have deficiency when it comes to smoking. He has stamina. His badges aren't equipped, but they're not on default. You feel me? Like, you could put them on. Somebody like Flight, his lungs are gone. I don't care if he, works out every day at the gym. His lungs are gone. To my knowledge, Annoying TV lungs are fine. Pause. But the pure will of being trash is at the all-time high.
All-time high.
Now you see, this hurts me more than it hurts him.
Who the fuck is
You see here,
Annoying better
watch him
than?
play basketball,
He should have been
sad,
live.
man. Because it's not really the movement of his game. It's the WNBA build that gets me sad. He has no skill.
WNBA females are really good, bro. So what are you saying?
He has the worst build I ever seen in my life. It's not like he's too skinny. It's not like he's too fat. He's just sloppy.
Ooh.
And it shows with this play. Now, if I would have a conversation with this young man, Annoying TV, I would say, who let you get like this? Who? Because that was my son. I promise you, it would not be like that. Next up, we got the rappers. Now, rappers are very interesting because they're built in different ways.
Yeah.
You got the big back rappers who can't hoop. You got the skinny, short WNBA build, no muscle tone body rappers who can't play basketball. You also got
He
the
made that
5'2"
video.
midget WNBA build, aka 42 Doug. Now look, I get it, different type of builds, different type of rappers, different type of midgets. But first up, we gotta talk about Lil Baby. Now, Lil Baby's interesting. Like I said in my other video about Lil Baby, he got a WNBA build, no muscle tone. You cannot tell me he wouldn't be a good fever teammate for Caitlin Clark. Now, with everything about Lil Baby, just like FlightReacts, he has no lungs. All of his lungs are gone. He smokes too much, he be coughing on his IG lives. He got limited stamina. Now, the biggest thing about Lil Baby, kind of like FlightReacts too, uncoordinated. Now, look, I get it. He's a rapper. He's not a hooper. Just because you're black doesn't mean you should play basketball. Nah. If you're black and you can't hoop, I'm on yo ass. And Lil Baby is on this list for a reason. Now, he had the worst shot in basketball black history easily. I mean, that was not close at all. Also, he has one of the worst just basketball builds. Now, he's a long arm, short body guy.
Yeah.
Long arms. He got a long wingspan, probably got a 6'2" wingspan on the 5'7" body.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, he does not use that on a basketball court. He's a walking cone out there, which means he's an easy lick. Next up, we got Nardo Wick.
Most definitely taking the ball.
Long arms. Just no athleticism. On this fast break, what is he doing? Nardo Wick. Stick to rapping, never hoop again. Next up, we got the British cadet 21 Savage. Now, like I said in my other video, the first Negro to travel and airball in the same possession.
Damn.
Come on, man. How you gonna travel and airball? Pick one. That's ridiculous. Then we got 42 Doug. Now, this is a substitute teacher build. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
5'1", 270, all legs, pause. I mean, he really just can't do much on the court, and it's not really his fault. He just, not only is he physically challenged, he's vertically challenged, and he's low-key sideways challenged too. He's just built like one of those ladies who cook a mean-ass collard green. I mean, he probably does cook a mean collard green, but look, if you cook a mean collard green, you're not a hooper. And he's not a hooper. Now, some people say rappers don't have the time to be good basketball players, but that's cap. Rod Wave, all big back badges, is a bucket. J.
Really?
Cole,
Rod
bucket.
Wave?
There's other rappers who can hoop. Rick Ross, another big back.
He can
Buckets.
hoop?
So I don't want to hear, rappers that don't have time to play basketball. Man, they got time. All they got to do is hop in the stew. They not in the studio cooking all day. They can hoop just like everybody else.
Yeah.
On to the last but not least, to wrap up this very short film, we got to talk about the YouTube roller coaster threats. I'm talking about all these 5'1" guys on YouTube like Kai Cenat, Deshae Frost, just guys who are vertically challenged. Now, we got to get these guys some hype booster badges like Kai Cenat because he's just too small out. Now, Kai Cenat has the 5'1" baby brother assist badge. Basically, if I'm up 20-0 playing somebody 1v1, I'm going to put in my little brother. Now, Kai Cenat's 5'1", so he really fits the description of a little brother. Now, I like him. His streams are good. Kevin Hart's stream was very funny, but he gotta be the worst, little person hooper I ever seen in my life. Next up is Deshae Frost. Now, similar to Kai Cenat, he has Hall of
Damn. Bro.
Next up is Deshae Frost. Now, similar to Kai Cenat,
No way, bro.
he has Hall of Fame baby assist badge, but the grand badge, the ultimate badge Deshae Frost has is roller coaster beggar badge. Because he's the type to go to, Six Flags, Disney, whatever, where he got some roller coasters. And he's gonna beg, please let me ride it. Please let me ride it.
Pause.
Hall of Fame. He's too short out there.
Pause.
And that really reflects on his basketball play. He's trash. He's small. He's a basketball liability. It's honestly kind of sad because anyone over the height of 5'7" has a 10-inch advantage, and it's really hard to just succeed on a basketball court. But with the roller coaster grand badge, he has his ups and downs. He could get hot, he could get cold, but usually the ride is frightening, scary, but fun to watch because obviously the roller coaster grand badge. Thank you guys for watching this Chris PG1 short film. Let me know what
Hey man, I enjoyed that video, but damn, Flight. Bro, I'm pretty sure Flight can beat most of these people on this list, but damn, why he had to be first though? Why Flight had to be first? Self-love is the best love, man. Don't hold no hate, don't hold no grudges.